Okay, there are a few more elements of product entry in WP e-commerce that I'd like to cover here. One of them is duplication. So let's say you've created a product and it's got a lot of details in it, shipping, variations, it's got tax settings, all these sorts of things which are the same as another product. Well, instead of having to enter them all, you just go over here, for example, and you hit duplicate. And instantly we have exactly the same item over here. So let's go in and edit it. Now, having said that, if there's lots of information that is duplicate, this can be handy. On the other hand, there are some drawbacks. One of them is visible right up here. Okay, they've given it a temporary title here, duplicate, which of course we would change to our new product. But notice here the permalink. Now, you can go in and you can edit this, but the actual behind the scenes permalink, we have pretty permalinks turned on. That means that it's putting in special naming for SEO purposes and so on. But there's an actual permalink, the permanent permalink, behind the scenes, and it actually contains this name, Big Oval Platter Duplicate. And you can't change that. Normally in WordPress, when you're not using custom post types, in other words, it's just a regular post or a page, the permanent permalink is actually a number, right? P equals 235 or something like that. There is no name for it. But in this case, because it's a custom post type, it actually takes the name and not a number. So that's a bit of a drawback, and I'm not sure how that gets changed. There's no way to fix it that I'm aware of without actually going into the database and doing it. Now here we've got pretty permalinks turned on, so you can edit this, and you would go in and you would give it its proper name of the one that we're changing here. Now, the other thing that happens is when you scroll down to here, you've got to remove the featured image, right? So there's a fair bit of work to do. And unless you've got a lot of other details, it's probably not worth using the duplicate function. Unless, again, you're going to duplicate a whole lot of things like variations, the actual shipping information, the tax information, all of that. Okay? So it's handy, but you do have to be careful of it. Now, let's go in and we'll actually create a new product here. I'm just going to call this, actually, let's find the image first, because then I'll know what to call it. We'll just grab another plate here. Let's do a blue flower painted plate. There we go. Remember, we go down here and we say use as product thumbnail. You've got to do that. Save it. And now when it says it's done, now you can close this down and we should have, there it is. Okay. So we'll just call this the blue flower plate. Now remember, this is not a platter, this is a plate, so I have to change my category here. Again, maybe my price is different. I'm going to leave this price the same. So I've got it in the right category. I've got to do this, change the description. See what I mean? There's a fair bit to change unless the product's so close that you're using all the same information pretty much. Great for blue decor. All right. We'll hit update there. So now, when we go into products, we're going to see we have a new product there, the blue flower plate. Perfect. Now let's take a look at sale pricing. Okay, let's put the blue flower plate on sale. Go down here. And under pricing, I can enter my sale price. I can only do it by price. There's no percentage discount to show on here. So let's say it's going to be on for $12. Okay, don't forget to hit your update button. Now let's see what happens on the site here. Let's go to the products page to display now our two products here, blue flower plate. Okay, so, and it actually shows the percentage off here, which is interesting. You don't have a choice over that. You could change that through your style sheet. You could make it disappear or something like that. Or if you actually go in and control the templates, you could do that too. But in this case, it shows us the percentage and how much we've saved and the old price there. Now, I find this whole section right here, I find that a bit cluttered. It's certainly not pretty right out of the box. You'd have to do some work here to make it look nice. I just find it very crowded. There's also no indicator. Some other plugins actually, out of the box, will put on a sale graphic, something to tell us that it's on special. This one doesn't have anything like that. So again, probably something you'll want to add when you're modifying the template and the style sheet. So that's how you put things on sale. Now, the one thing I'm not keen on is you don't have down here, when we go to price control, there is no scheduling for the sale price. And I think that's a bit of a drawback because I know how my time is. I'll forget, I'll put it on sale, and it's supposed to end at the end of the month. I'll forget to change it. Or I know I've got a sale coming up. I can't schedule it to start, say, on the 1st of next month. I've got to remember to go in and do that manually myself. So that would be a handy feature, but it's not there out of the box with WP e-commerce. And then one other thing I want to show you here, because I didn't find it anywhere. That's part of the reason why I was confused about it. You can feature products, but I couldn't find anywhere on here to feature it. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, if I go over to products here, it says over here featured, right? But there was nowhere when I was editing it. We'll just see if in Quick Edit they had it. Can you put it in featured? No, there's nothing there. Well, you know what it turns out? You do it from here. Okay, when you click on this, it is supposed to. There we go. You have to be very careful where you click on it. You actually do it from here. Now, in a way, that's kind of handy, but typically you would see that right in the product page itself. But anyway, it's kind of handy because the other aspect of it is that you don't have to go in to take it off featured. So in a sense, this is actually an easier way to do it. So let's say, for example, I have 50 products sitting there. I can quickly see which ones are featured and I can change that. I can take this one off featured. There we go. And I can put, whoops, I accidentally clicked it a second time, didn't I? Got to be very careful. There we go. So now I can change what's featured and what's not. So in a way, this is probably a better system when you've got lots and lots of products. But at first, it's maybe a little counterintuitive how to use it.